What is up, family? Welcome back to the channel and to another video. I think it's finally time to fix everything that is wrong. Goddamn snow falling. Everything that's wrong with the Evo 8. There's a ton of little things that I've been kind of putting off, like that squeak, for example. Hello, beautiful. Before we get working on the Evo 8, I do owe my tuner More Automotive a data log of the Evo 10. We've been trying to get that car tuned, but with all the snow, trying to do pulls is literally impossible. It finally warmed up a little bit today, enough to go do a pull on the highway down in Mexico. So let's go get this thing data logged. It's making some really good power right now. We're almost done with the pump gas tune, and then we're gonna switch over to E85 and make some really good power on ethanol. I haven't really been driving this car all this winter after I messed up that splitter. I don't think I ever told you guys that, but if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that. Actually, I didn't explain it. I let the car down off the jack stands in the shop. There's an ice chunk and it took out that freaking splitter. So I gotta get that fixed now, but yeah. That Evo 10 is hauling ass, guys. We're on like 27 PSI right now on pump gas. I'm guessing on E85, we're probably gonna be mid 30, maybe 34, 35 pounds of boost, and hopefully some really good power. But enough of the Evo 10, let's get to work on the Evo 8. The first thing I wanna figure out today is the belt squeak. That thing is pissing me off. I don't wanna drive the car because it's so annoying. And let me kind of show you guys what is going on. I don't think I can really show you on camera, but that crank pulley is kind of flopping back and forth. So I picked up a new crank pulley. The reason I know it's a belt issue and not a bearing issue is because if you put water on the belt, the squeak goes away. A little bit of water or snow and the squeak goes away. So that means it's a belt issue and then the squeak comes back. It's a belt issue and not a bearing issue. So let's get this car jacked up in the air. We're gonna pull off the wheel, pull off the serpentine belt, swap out that crank pulley for the new one, get the belt back on. This belt honestly kind of already looks destroyed, so I'll check it out when it's off the car, make sure it's usable. If it's not, we're gonna have to go buy a new one, throw it all back together, and that should fix the squeak issue. I did decide to pop off the power steering pump, pull this pulley off of here, clean everything up, and put the pulley back on. It's a press fit, and when that pulley is spinning, it is also sideways, so I'm sure that is making the belt squeak a little bit as well. So if I'm gonna do one thing, I might as well do it all and just get it fixed right the first time. Whatever we just did seemed to have fixed the problem. No more belt squeak, which is super nice. We do have to bleed the power steering system, put it all back together, and we can move on to the next issue that we're having. Bleeding a power steering system is super easy. All you do is jack the car up in the air, get the front two wheels off the ground, start it up, and you're gonna slowly turn the wheels left to right. Come out, check the fluid, repeat that until the system is smooth and you have the proper amount of fluid in the reservoir. So the next issues are all in the front end. That grill right there that we made out of plastic is super ghetto. So I do have some metal I'm gonna replace it with. Should be able to get that looking a lot better. We're gonna replace that coupler with a silicone coupler. That right there is just the OEM Evo 8 coupler. Lowered intercooler pipe. We didn't have the right couplers to get the ETS one on, so we're gonna get the ETS one on with all the new couplers. And then we picked up a new headlight lens, or a whole new headlight with a good lens, because this one is slightly bubbled up from when we forgot it in the oven. As you can see here, a nice minty looking headlight. First things first, let's get all the intercooler piping situated. So swap out that coupler, swap out the lower intercooler pipe, and then we can move on to the grill. That mesh was definitely one of my biggest pet peeves on this car, and now it looks 100% perfect. As you can see, no gap right there. The mesh that we just installed is metal, and it was the intercooler mesh for right down there. So it has the factory OEM look, and it matches all of that 100% perfect. Now I'm just trying to figure out if I want to keep it like this or throw a Mitsubishi badge on the front. Not exactly sure on what to do there yet. For now, I'll just leave it. And let's move on to fixing our headlight. We're gonna pop this headlight off, throw it in the oven, get this lens off, throw that lens in the garbage, throw this one in the oven, pull the lens, put that lens onto our headlight, and then I'll probably buff them both and ceramic coat them with Avalon King ceramic coat. About 10 to 15 minutes at 200 degrees should be enough to get that glue heated up and get the headlight completely apart. So we got that lens replaced, got both lenses cleaned up completely. Now it's time to hit them with some isopropyl alcohol and get them ceramic coated. This is the ceramic coat of choice, Armor Shield 9, Devin 25. We'll save you $25 off of one of these kits. I'll have it linked down in the description box below. So we're all finished up with the exterior. The new headlight lens looks absolutely amazing. As you guys can see, I really do want a set of JDM headlights for this car eventually. Right now, I'm pretty happy with how these ones look, but I think the JDM headlights on this car would look absolutely insane. The new grille looks quite nice as well. Not a huge change, but we just don't have that massive gap right there anymore, which is super nice. Now there are 3 things on the interior of this car that I want to figure out real quick. First things first, the radio. The lights to the radio don't really work. So I'm gonna pull the radio out, figure out what's going on there, and then the radio is sticking out of the dash too far. It has like a flip down screen if you're ever gonna put CDs in there. I never once have put a CD in there, so I'm gonna make the radio a lot more flush with the dash. Second thing, the ignition in this car is really weird. I know a lot of Evo 8s and Evo 9s have that problem where you gotta like wiggle it a lot to get the car to start. So I'm gonna replace the ignition. Third thing is the heater controls don't work, so I bought a new heater control gear set and heater cable, and we're gonna get all that figured out as well. So just trying to go through, make everything on this car perfect so we can keep driving it and enjoying it this winter. Now we did just ceramic coat the headlights. Every time you ceramic coat something, you want to wait at least like 2 days before you get any water on it whatsoever. So we'll be driving the truck for a little bit, which is completely fine, but just a little heads up for you guys. If you're gonna ceramic coat anything, wheels, body of your car, make sure you wait a little bit before you get some water on it. So let me kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. See how this radio, the face of it sticks out super far? We're gonna get that sunken in, and then these buttons right here are supposed to light up and they don't, so we gotta figure that out. This heater knob is always super stiff. I know that's a super common problem on Evos, so we're gonna get that fixed. And then last thing I was talking about was this ignition. See, if I turn it, it doesn't start, or it doesn't turn over the engine. But if you push it in toward the car, then it starts. So we got to get that switched out as well. First things first, let's do the radio. All right, now for fixing the heater. These are the two parts you will need, the gear set and the cable. I'll have both these linked down below. I should have thought of this beforehand, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to pull the radio back out. Thankfully on this car, it's about a minute job. So let's get that radio out, and then I'll show you guys exactly why. Actually, I can probably show you right now why the heater isn't working. So you see how the cable's all bent up? Right now I'm twisting the heater control. The gears are binding up and it causes the cable to get all bent up like that. So those are the gears we're replacing. That is the cable we are replacing. So we just got the cable removed. Now for the gears, there are two little screws holding the gears on. There's a Phillips right there and a Phillips right back there that you can't really see. Here is the old set, here's the new set. As you can see, those guys look quite a bit different. Those ones are pretty dang similar. They might even, no, they're a little bit different. So let's get the new ones on, the new cable on, and we can move on to the ignition. It's gonna be super nice having a working heater again in this car, especially in the winter. Definitely need a heater. Let's move on to the last piece of the puzzle, which is the ignition switch. This guy should be really easy to swap out. Let me show you how to do it. As soon as you get that cover off, you'll see the part we're gonna be replacing, which is that little guy right there. One screw, it'll pop off, one wire, swap it out, and that should fix the ignition problem. All right, my fam, we are all finished up with all the little intricate things that we had to do on the Evo 8 today. I know there's nothing crazy. It's all those little details that just are gonna make it so much nicer to drive, especially those heater controls and the ignition switch. Everything that we did today, I'll have linked down below with all the part numbers, all the ETS intercooler piping, all that good stuff. I'll throw it all down in the description box below for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope it helps some of you out if you have any similar issues with your Evo 8. Peace out. I'll see you guys in the next vlog.